Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you all are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. Welcome to NIPS Home School. Here I am Kamrun Nahar, Assistant Teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. My dear students, today I am going to take an English language class for the students of class 4. And our today's topic is Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome to NIPS Home School. I hope you all are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. Here I am Kamrun Nahar, Assistant Teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. My dear students, today I am going to take an English language class for the students of class 4. And we will discuss use of the right form of verbs. So let's start our class. Now this is lecture number 10, the use of right form of verbs. So if you find the subject is in third person singular number. Now look, there is an example, the boy. This is the third person singular number. That means the subject is singular. And plus verb is in the present indefinite tense. That means if the verb is in the present tense, that means indefinite tense, and if the subject is third person singular number, what will we use? We add s or es at the end of the verb. That means we will write the correct form of the verb according to the tense. Now look at the first example, the boy catch fish, and inside the bracket there is a verb catch and it is in the present tense. So we will rewrite the sentence using the correct form of the verb, and what will be our answer? The boy is our subject and the boy is third person singular number. That means we are talking about only one boy. So now we will, and we know that in present indefinite tense we add s or es at the end of the verb. So it will be catches. The boy catches fish. Now look, second example, she plucked flowers. So is it correct form? No, we know that she is the third person singular number. That means we are talking about only one person and it is in third person. And now look, inside the bracket there is a verb pluck and it is the present form of the verb. That means it will be in the present indefinite tense. So what will be our answer? We will write subject at first and our subject is she. She. Now we will add s at the end of the verb. She plucks flowers. So if the subject is third person singular number, we add s or es at the end of the verb and it will be present indefinite tense. Now if you find universal truth or habitual fact, the sentence will be in present indefinite tense. Now look, the earth moved round the sun. It is universal truth. So it will be present indefinite tense. And now look, our verb is moved. So is it the correct form? Now look, the earth is, now look at the first rule. If the subject is third person singular number, we add s or es at the end of the verb. And the earth is also the third person singular number. So in the present tense, indefinite tense, we add s or es at the end of the verb. So our answer is the earth moves, and now the rest of the sentence, round the sun. Now the second example, she drink coffee in the afternoon. So it is a habitual fact. That means she drinks coffee every day in the afternoon. And it will be present indefinite tense. Now look at the verb. It is drink. So what will be the correct answer? Yes, I know all of you know the answer. So we will add s at the end of the verb because she is the third person singular number. So our subject is she. Now we will write the verb drink and we will add s. She drinks. Now the rest of the sentence. She drinks coffee in the afternoon. Now the next rule. If you find always, regularly, sometimes, often, generally, daily, everyday, occasionally, usually, normally, etc. I mean these adverbs in your sentence, and if the time is not mentioned in this sentence, the sentence will be is in the present indefinite tense. Now look at the example. They go to school every day. So now look, there is every day. So the sentence will be present indefinite form. Now look, there is every day, and now look at the subject there. There is the now the subject is they and it is plural. So we will not change the verb. It is third person plural number. So what will be our correct answer? At first we will write the subject they and we will write the present form of the verb go. Now we will not add s or es at the end of the sentence because our subject is plural here. We add s or es at the end of the verb when the subject is singular and third person. But here our subject is plural, so we will not add s or es at the end of the verb. Now we will write the rest of the sentence. They go to school every day. Now look, the second example, a good student prepare his lessons regularly. So prepare is in the bracket. So what will be our correct answer? And now look, there is the a good student. That means we are talking about only one person and our subject is singular. So our correct answer will be a good student prepare. Now look, what will be our correct form of the verb? Prepare or prepares? Yes, it will be prepares. We will add s at the end of the verb. A good student prepares his lessons regularly. Now the next rule. To make sentences without the be verb, that means am, is, are, was, were, have, has. Negative or interrogative, do, does, do or does or did is used as the tense and subject required. So if you want to make a sentence negative or interrogative, you need to use do or does or did according to the tense and the subject. Okay, now look at the first example. The boy not play football. Now look, there is not. That means we will make it negative sentence. So how will you do it? Now look at the subject at first. And our subject is the boy. And what will we use here? Do or does or did. Now my dear students, remember it. We use do and does for present tense. For present tense, but when the subject is plural we use do, and when the subject is singular we use does. And now look, my dear students, example number 1, the boy not play football. So what will be the correct answer? At first we will write our subject. Our subject is the boy. Now look, the boy is only one person. That means we are talking about the singular subject. So what will you use here? Do or does? Yes, we will use here does. So the boy does not. Now my dear students, look at this example and remember it. After do, does and did we always use the present form of the verb. I repeat, after do, does and did we always use the present form of the verb. That means the base form of the verb. So what is the verb here? Play. So we will write play here. The boy does not play, and now the rest of the part of this sentence, football. And now look, when do we use do? If the sentence is like this, the boys not play football. Now if you want to make it negative, the boys. Now look, here boys is plural, so we will use do. And now not, the boys do not. Now the base form of the verb, that means the present form of the verb, play football. So we use do when our subject is plural, and we use does when our subject is singular. Now the second sentence, the second example, I not attend the party yesterday. Now look, my dear students, here is yesterday. That means it will be in the past form, and we use did to show the past form. And now look, and we can use did for both subject, that means singular and plural. So what will be our correct answer? At first we will write the subject I. Now we will write did. I did not. So after did we will write the present form of the verb, and our verb is attend. So we will write here attend. Attend. Now the rest of the sentence, the party yesterday. Now the next example, number 3. He come home 2 days ago. Now look, there is a question mark, that means interrogative sign. So you will make it interrogative sentence. So what will be the correct form of the verb, and what will you use? Now look, he come home 2 days ago. That means 2 days ago. So the action happened in the past time. That means we will use did. So at first we will write did to make question. So did and our subject is he. Now we will write he. Did he? And my dear students, we always write the base form of the verb after do, does and did. So here is did and we will write the base form of the verb come. That means the present form of the verb come is. So did he come? And now the rest of the sentence. Home 2 days ago. And now you will give the question mark. So at first, if you want to make it interrogative, at first you need to write did or do or does according to the tense. Then you will write the subject and then you will write the present form of the verb, and next you will write the rest of the sentence, and at the end of the sentence you will add a question mark. And we write here did because our sentence is in the past form, and if the subject is in the present form, either we will use do or does. And when we use do, when the subject is plural, we will use do to make a question, and when the subject is singular, we will use does to make a question. So remember it. And my dear students, now remember we use do after I, though I is singular. It is exceptional. So we use do after I. Remember it. I repeat, we use do after I, though I is singular. It is exceptional rule. So my dear students, there is a homework for you, homework number 8. Rewrite the sentences using the correct form of verbs. Number A, the sun give us light. Number B, he carry an umbrella daily. Number C, the girl not sing a song. That means you will make this sentence negative. Number D, you buy a book yesterday. Now look at this mark, it's a question mark, so you will make it interrogative. Number E, they rise early. That is also a question mark, you will make this sentence interrogative. So my dear students, I repeat, the number A, the sun give us light. Number B, he carry an umbrella daily. Number C, the girl not sing a song. Number D, you buy a book yesterday. Number E, they rise early. So my dear students, that's all for today. Today we have learned some rules of the use of the right forms of the verbs, and by using this rule you will do your homework. So that's all for today. I hope you have understood about today's topic, and you will do your assigned homework regularly in your SW copies, and you will submit all your homework copies on every Sunday within 8 AM to 4 PM. And it's very important, your SBA, city and diary marks will be given on the submission of the basis of your homework copies. So keep practicing at home and abide by your parents. See you again. Allah Hafiz.